Right.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to Talk Up On It. So this is like kind of part two, of the whole can't do it. I can't talk and play play the game at the same time, especially if I don't have anything planned and stuff. This game is terrible in it. More back. So besides this background music, isn't that lovely? So the whole Sir Spooks-A-Lot debacle. Now, Nightfire, you watched you watched all three videos earlier today.
Well, four videos, but yes.
Because you watched the one where he says another reader doesn't like him. When you were watching them, did you get like what was your impression? Did you feel like you were being told the truth?
Well, I mean, given that I don't know this guy, I don't know how he talks in real life. Like you said, he could just be really monotone. Another thing, he might be like in shock. Again, this is me playing devil's advocate and being, giving him the benefit of the doubt. But he could be in shock. He could just really talk that way. I mean, I have no reason to think one way or the other because I don't know this man. Or the things that he wants and desires.
Yeah, true enough. When it happened to Creeps, did you? Because honestly, when it happened to him, I was just sympathetic. It never at any point crossed my mind that he was lying. When it happened to him, did you find it to be?
I guess the reason why it hit so hard when Creeps put it out there is because he doesn't upload anything like other than his stories for the most part. So when he put that up there and he just immediately shows you like this is what happened, and again we had no reason to believe he was lying because what would he have to gain from that? But like he sells it.
Yeah,
so
he
if
does.
He was
cried.
lying, he was selling it. He was crying. Like he was openly weeping over like the trauma that he had experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Which everyone experiences trauma differently, which is what I was saying. Like he could be in shock. I don't know, but Creeps really like just bared his soul in what he was feeling because he didn't know how else to deal with it. And his main concern was like in that video was like I still want to put out things for my fans. Like I don't want to stop doing what I love.
That's love right there. No, I dig that because at no point did he say but I think that's the difference between the two YouTubers. Creeps could have easily said I'm gonna have to stop. He could have said he's gonna stop forever. He could have been like I don't like the drama that is bringing that my pseudo celebrity is bringing me. So I'm just gonna be done with this. Like I don't want people thinking I have things that I don't really have to spare and decide to take it from me. He could have said that and then had the entirety of his YouTube fan base been like, damn. It's like you gonna let this shit stop you, bruh? Come on, son. And then he could have been like, the amount of time it's gonna take to like regain all the shit that I was lost is just gonna be ridiculous. He could have. But that was the thing. When Sir Spooks-A-Lot did it, he was immediately like, I'm going to stop the channel. Creeps was like, it's going to take me a while to get the channel back up and running. And it's really like this idea of like, it's almost like Creeps didn't believe that he had a fan base the way he did. Like he like if he was lying, he could have thought to himself, there's no way anybody likes me enough to want to pay me to actually keep doing this shit. So I'll just say maybe I'm going to have to slow it down. But Spooks was like, nah, I'm gonna fucking quit. I just ain't gonna do it no more ever. And in my head, I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, neither of them asked for money. And I will give them both credit for that. You didn't. But I didn't feel like Creeps was asking for money.
Yeah, because his friend, I think, made GoFundMe for him.
Right. Like, and like again,
And he
that
didn't
could have
ask for
all
that
been
much. He only asked for like $2,000, I think.
just enough to get off the ground and back up and running. Now again, that could have been part of the plot. You know, he could have hit him with the sob story and then had his friend be like, "Look, man, come on, y'all know y'all love this man. Give him some love. Just give what you got. We ain't asking for everything, but it's a lot of y'all. You know, $5 from everybody. We'll hit this goal in like 4 days and we be done. Let's get this cracking." Nah, but fucking Spooks didn't have that. He didn't have somebody, you know, to I don't even know if he has a GoFundMe up. I don't know if anybody has gone out of their way to ask him for a GoFundMe. Well, not asking for one, but start one for him. Because that's kind of what he needs, or I guess what he was hoping would happen, is somebody would take it upon themselves to actually like kickstart a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe. And I don't know if it's happening. I hope it's not. Like, not because I don't want him to have the money.
That was my point. Like when I was pointing out like what would be his end goal, like in lying about this, like, and you pointed out like maybe people will want to give him money because they feel sorry for him, which
true enough,
it could be. Like I could see that being a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, by all means, he got robbed. He found what would be considered the weak point of any homeowner, anybody who has stuff. You know, like there are people who are like taking his side, talking about some. Well, I hope you never get robbed. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I've had my shit stolen. I've had my stuff stolen by people I invited in my house. So I know what it feels like to be robbed.
Friends.
Seriously, like I know what it's like to be robbed, and it sucks. I've never been mugged, and I think that was where I really lost my patience for the story, because the whole I got mugged. Like they bashed me in the head with their knee. Your face just didn't sell that for me. It was kind of like in those bad, totally true, I swear you can ask my great aunt Gertrude stories that like I know, stupid me, I should have thought about it, but I was 12 and I was dumb. Like, all right, I get it. Like, you're writing a bad story and you need to compensate. We get it. But the whole, like, you got kneed in the side of the head multiple times, and all you got was a slight cut underneath your eye, which wasn't really a cut because it was gone in a few days. Like, I heal really fast. Strange. Hot water and a towel apparently makes you heal as well. I mean, okay, so how would you feel, like, okay, there are people who defend him, like, flat out. Mm-hmm. Like, you can understand there are people who don't believe it. Like, to the people that defend him, do you feel like these are the people that would be most susceptible to giving him their money? Or do you think these are people who just defend him because they like him, but they probably don't have any intentions of, like, giving money?
I mean, it's hard to say. I would say a good portion of them are probably the ones most likely to give him money if such things were to happen.
I genuinely don't feel like... Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if, like, they're going to. I don't know why they would.
Well, as much as I like Creeps, I didn't give him any money. He claims that he didn't want anybody to anyway. And he actually went out of his way to say, no, I'm working on giving people their money back from GoFundMes that I didn't, ask to be started. And like that, I feel is noble, which it sounds noble. It don't mean dick if you don't know if anybody got any money back. Okay, and I feel like the majority of people that defend Spooks, I feel like those people don't really have anything to lose. Like, if he shuts down the channel, like, if you love Sir Spooks-A-Lot, you either know him personally, or like there's just something specific about him you like. If it's his content you like, then you can find somebody who does what he does even better. So like, it's not like you're missing out on anything. Like, if he shuts down his channel, you can find other people who do the exact same shit. Like, again, Lazy Masquerade pretty much does the exact same thing and is kind of better. He just doesn't upload nearly as much as... Well, to be fair, like, this dude hasn't really been uploading much in the past couple of months. So, what are you really losing? Like, so it was like like what did you really like? What did you take away from it? Like as he was talking, because the whole what was it?
I mean, again, like I didn't feel much of anything because one, I don't know him. Two, I don't know if this is true or not because again, I don't know him. But I mean, I didn't feel much of anything. Like that's kind of the thing. Like I didn't have anything to gain or lose by believing him or not believing him, which is why I don't necessarily not believe him. I just don't have any reason to feel one way or the other. But let me see. I just admit that like the way that he portrays it, which again I can say he might be in shock. It's just a lot of stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff to just put out there. Which, if he got robbed, he might be in shock and just feels the need to get what he needs out, as it were, like what he's feeling and thinking out, because he doesn't know where else to do it. He apparently just moved, like his parents apparently moved or something. I think that was the thing that happened. His family moved. So he feels alone. This is me trying to
understand. Yeah, I get like I feel like his story could use all the help it can get. It really does. Like anybody who's like willing to like expound on like why it sounds the way it sounds, please, because the boy needs help. He needs help writing. Now the whole now this is something that I didn't touch on in the last video, but apparently there was a writer, not a reader, but a writer, who swears that he and her had an agreement that she would that she would write some stories for him
for free. That
for free,
according to him. That, you know, if they did well, like she'd do more and then get compensation after those stories.
To which I take that, I always felt that like when he said like if they would be free at first, I thought that meant if they don't do well, then don't pay me. But if they actually make you some money, like, you know, be a decent enough human to like, you know, give me something from the monetization. Which again,
he apparently said that he's going to give her whatever the monetization got for those particular videos.
Which at this point, well, again, at this point that's only fair, because she actually did once he brought up the whole, you know, I've been robbed and I'm gonna have to stop YouTubing thing. She did say that she's asked him multiple times for the money, and he always had some excuse as to why he couldn't pay her. He always had some excuse, not necessarily good ones, but excuses nevertheless, why he couldn't pay her, and like he, you know, his girlfriend broke up with him and blah 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 blah. Which I think is one of the reasons he should not delete these videos. Leave them up, because she did it, like, or at least at the very least somebody screenshot them and make them public, because this is coming, like, the person he's saying he didn't really owe any money to, you know, made it public, like, hey, no, you do owe me money and you told me multiple times as to why you couldn't pay me, you know, after this shit, no, fuck it, I want my money. Which is, again, fair. You know, you did work, you should be compensated. And then the whole I wrote all. I talked about that. How do you feel about his whole I wrote all the stories spiel?
I mean, again, I do find it weird why he would put any kind of like author name behind them, if that were the case. But I don't. I mean, I have no. Again, we have no reason to believe or not believe that he is saying these things.
True enough.
Like, that he did these things, but again, it's just all of it at once is kind of the thing. Like, it's a lot to take in, which maybe it's just a building thing. Maybe he just finally decided, you know, that's it. Like, this is my life. Understand that this is my life.
I'm not happy about it either. But it is what I have to deal with. Because I would say like the idea that you got robbed, and then a few days later, you got mugged. I find that strange. Like there are people like, cause that's how and if anybody wants to say, well, that's not how it happened. That's exactly how the people on YouTube are taking it, because everybody's talking about, wow, bad things come in threes. Like everybody's assuming that this is what happened. So if he wants to say now that no, it all didn't happen back to back like that, it just seems that way. It doesn't seem that way, motherfucker. That's how you said it. You made it.
He got robbed, and then he was trying to sell things to get money because he got robbed.
Right, and then in the process of selling the things, he got mugged. Which I don't think that's getting mugged. You got robbed.
He was selling something for like $20. In
a
sketchy place, apparently.
Because that makes for a better story. Like I really needed to get it sold, so I didn't really think about it. I just need to sell it. You know what I mean, right? Like no, don't actually, because like $20. I understand you just got robbed, but $20, unless you had like 12 things to sell for $20, $20 ain't really finna help your situation. You got all the way robbed. Somebody came in your house and took your shit. You got all the way robbed. $20 ain't finna help. That's why I always feel like people who say like, man, yeah, I lost my job, so I gotta sell the PlayStation. Really? For how much? $200? $200 gonna really help? It'll help for the moment, but not in the long term. But for somebody like me who has a PSN account, it's like, no. Really, honestly, But yeah, the idea of everything culminating all at once. Like, oh, these people don't like me. I got robbed. I got mugged. And none of it sounds legit.
And then there's the whole YouTube debacle with the adpocalypse and all that. Like,
what though?
The
adpocalypse. Now that I understand, and I feel like at the end of the day, because Mr. Creepypasta, the grand poobah of YouTube creepypasta readers, is like, hey, demonetization fucking sucks. There's more stuff on my Patreon if you put stuff on my Patreon. But I'm going to be uploading to YouTube, but if you subscribe to Patreon and give money, you'll get more shit. We understand it. We get that without a sponsor or without some outside way of making YouTube work for you, y'all are losing money. We get that. It's when we feel like you don't respect us enough as people to just be like, hey, I want to get paid. If y'all want what I got, throw me a little cash and I can keep this train rolling. Otherwise, we're gonna be taking pit stops every other week, and you're gonna have to hold your piss till in until we make it somewhere where you can drain the main vein. You know what I'm saying? But the idea of you being like, yeah, like all these bad, you really did, to me, maybe not the Nightfire, but to me, it seems like you did your best to create a sob story. And then when people noticed that it was a sob story, you wanted to do everything you could to make this non-believable story sound believable. And it still doesn't. That's all there is to it. Actually, this video might just go up as soon as I can get it up. Like the last one definitely gonna probably be up. Fuck it. Put the bitch up Thursday.
Pasta also had people tell him that he was maybe lying.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't get really defensive about it. He's just like, yeah, I understand that other YouTubers have done this sort of thing before, and I could understand why you would feel like I was lying.
True.
He was just like, yeah, I get it.
But
he didn't try to defend it. He just said, I understand.
But it's to me, like, again, that makes sense. Like, I own up to the fact that, yeah, like, Kickstarter itself is filled with people who have lied to people just to get money. And then they had no obligation to give the money back. You don't know me personally. I just offer you something that you like. It's like the people at Kellogg telling you, man, we ain't gonna be able to make cornflakes no more. Unless y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got robbed. One of the cows died. We don't even use cows to make cornflakes, but we like the cow. It's like, so... Yep, that's a YouTube strike. I'll call it back. It is what it is, son. It like this
Mind
is
you, I'm
a
not trying to say he should have reacted the same way as not
not at
Mr.
all, but it
Creeps
was
McPasta, but it does bring
it was just the way he defends himself. Every time somebody tells him why they think he's lying, he has this condescending way of trying to tell them, nope, it's not. Yep, you got me. I'm totally lying. Look, eye makeup. Like, get the fuck out of here. You ain't nearly good enough an actor to pull that shit off. And again, when you put it on your face and rubbed it with the fucking towel, it got lighter. And then 2 days later, it was gone. Gone. Fucking gone. As a like, y'all don't get it. In the video, the very last update he put out, he had really dark circles around both of his eyes, saying that he hadn't been sleeping. To me, all that does is fucking just try to cover up the fact that you didn't have the shit together. That's all I'm saying. That's all the fuck I'm saying. It's like you was lying. It's like you really didn't have a black eye. Like, as a matter of fact, I wouldn't be shocked if you had somebody punch you in the eye, or if you took like a big ass metal spoon or something and popped yourself in the fucking face, and my face is swollen. Your face wasn't swollen. Like you didn't. When you said I got kneed in the side of the head repeatedly, I was expecting the left side of your face to look like Kanye West. You didn't. You looked fairly fucking symmetrical. That's it. That's it. That's been 26. That's been not 26 minutes. 20, about to be 22 minutes of us more or less tearing this dude down. I was just really wanted to. The last video was just to like break down why I didn't believe him, why I personally did not believe him. This video was to get two sides because he's the devil's advocate. He's always the devil's advocate. If I don't like something, he will try to find reasons as to why it's not that bad. Like and he does a good job of it. But this shit is so not good. And again, if he's just a very monotone person, he could tell you that he just won the lottery, and it would just sound like he, found a burnt cornflake. Why are we talking about cornflakes again? A burnt cornflake in his bowl of cereal. It's like, oh, all right. It's a mild inconvenience, but I'll get through it. I'll get through it. So, hopefully, this video might go up Saturday? I don't know. Because this shit is kind of time sensitive, I wanted to wait until everything was out before I kind of like said my piece. So since this is time sensitive, I might not put this in line with everything else. So the video, the first video probably came out Thursday of this week, and this one should be coming out Saturday. So do with that as you will. For Nightfire, this has been your boy Mr. 2K7. Spooks, man, get your shit together, goddammit. Hey.
Before we end this, he already took the videos down.
Damn! God damn! Which is a bitch move.
I was just like, has the situation updated? It has. The videos are gone.
The videos are gone. That's a bitch move, bro. Spooks. That's a bitch move. You took the shit down to like them whack ass performances. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of actors who wish they could go into everybody's home who bought the DVD of that terrible movie that they did and just take it back. But they can't. Because all the actors in that fucking Power Rangers movie should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Fire your fucking, what's that dude who gets you roles and shit? Your agent. Fire that goddamn dude, because shit. What's his face who played Zordon? He got money to blow. He can make a bad movie and he'll still be Heisenberg. It don't matter what. But so before this shit gets stupid long, we out of here. Spooks, get your shit together, man.